In this video, we're going to look at how much money I've made over the past couple of months on Etsy. So for those who aren't aware, I publish book covers on Etsy. I have some pre-made book covers. So if we scroll down on my page, you can see all of these pre-made book covers that people can purchase. So anyone can find these through my shop or through search and then purchase them, and then I'll update the book title and the author name. But what I also sell is I also sell custom book cover design. So this is that product that I sell. This is if someone wants a custom book cover to be made for them. I've got a few examples here, and then I also show how it works and some example book covers that I've created for other people. Now, Everbee have this fantastic tool here with an updated section. So whenever you go on any product at all, Everbee now pulls all of this data for you. So you can see here, my monthly sales is 0. I've got 1 total sale on this product, 449 views, quite a low conversion rate, but that's to be expected on such a high value product. 0 reviews and 20 favorites. So people are finding it and favoriting it, hopefully to come back later. Now, what we can do is we can compare that with someone else's. So if we search on Etsy for custom book cover design, you can see that ours is here at number 1. We've got this much cheaper version here. So if we click on this one, Everbee will pull the data here at the top like it did with my product. So on this one, even though it is much cheaper at £30, it's also had 0 monthly sales. It's had more total sales, but the conversion rate is also quite low at 1.19%. So if we compare that to mine, the conversion rate is higher, but the price is much, much lower. So that Everbee tool there is really useful to just see at a glance the performance of any product. How Everbee works is it's just a little plugin that sits in your extensions, and then there's a bar here on the left hand side where you can go into things like your product analytics, keyword research, and also use things like the Etsy calculator. But basically it plugs into Etsy and it gives you loads of additional information. So if I search for something like book cover design, Everbee pulls the data through and it tells me for that search term, there's an estimated 340 monthly searches. So that allows me to do some keyword and niche research. So for example, if I think, right, do I want to create a romance book cover or a sci-fi book cover? If I search for a romance book cover, you can see it's got 180 estimated searches. And then if I do a sci-fi book cover, it doesn't even appear as a suggested search, so it's likely very low. So that shows me that I should be focusing my time on creating romance book covers over sci-fi. But now I've shown you my shop and how Everbee works and how useful it is, let's take a look at my earnings for the last couple of months. So if we come onto my shop manager, you can see for the year as a whole, I'm now at $919 of revenue on Etsy. That's fantastic, seeing as last year it was 0. So it's definitely going in the right direction. But coming down to the stats section, let's see how my shop performed in July. So I had 372 visits, 5 orders at a 1.3% conversion rate, and I got $230 in revenue. So as you can see at the orders, they're spread out nicely throughout the month. And the revenue here, these small peaks are the pre-made book covers. The medium peak is a add-on. So that would be a paperback add-on for an ebook cover. And then the big peak here is a custom book cover design. So that kind of shows you the different levels of entry points there are to my shop. You've got the pre-made cheap book covers, and then you've got the more expensive custom book cover design. So in July, I had a revenue of $230, but then in August, it went down to $31 with just 1 order. And that was just a single pre-made book cover. Now that's already gone up to over $100 in September, so it's nothing to worry about. But as my shop is quite small still, it's going to fluctuate quite heavily. But let's take a quick look at how much money I have spent on ads. So over the last 2 months, I've spent almost $50 on ads. The total revenue from my shop was $262. So we've made a little over $210 over the last couple of months on Etsy. Now, a few fees need to come out of that as well, like the Etsy listing fees, but I've made around $200 in the last couple of months on Etsy. Now, for an additional income stream that I'm still growing, that's good going. It's not there yet where I want it to be, but hopefully it's going to continue to grow, and make sure to follow the journey on this channel to see where we get to in 2025 and beyond. Okay, hopefully this video is useful, gives you some insight into selling on Etsy, what it's like at these kind of lower levels. But I also want to know how you're getting on, so make sure to drop a comment down below. Okay, I hope this video is useful. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.